Welcome back to Crypto for Beginners. My name is Doug. I'm here to help you along these videos, educate you on cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, and help you understand the tools that are available to you. At the end of our last video, I left you with two pictures of pizza, not just to get you hungry, but to help you understand Bitcoin. They have a major role in its history. Bitcoin was created in 2009 by a person or persons named or with the pseudonym of Satoshi Nakamoto. It is still unknown if Satoshi or Satoshi is a he, a she, or even a group of people. In 2010, the first Bitcoin transaction was made. A person with Bitcoin went online to find somebody who would buy him 2 pizzas. It ended up being an agreement of 10,000 Bitcoins, imagine that, for 2 large Papa John's pizzas. In 2010, Bitcoin peaked at 50 cents per coin. The first large company that accepted Bitcoin was Wikilinks. In 2010, all major banks blocked all transactions in and out of Wikilinks due to its releasing American documents that were highly confidential. In an attempt to continue receiving donations, they started accepting donations via Bitcoin. Due to its lack of ability to be tracked, originally Bitcoin was used a lot for black market transactions. This gave Bitcoin a bad name in its first few years. Silk Road was a black market website that used Bitcoin so that money would be difficult or impossible to track. This site became known for its buying and selling of all types of drugs, falsified documents, and other illegal activity. Senator Charles Schumer targeted Silk Road and Bitcoin, giving many people a misunderstanding of the currency. At this time, a lot of people simply thought Bitcoin was a currency used for illegal transactions, and that was it. Early timeline: February 2011, Bitcoin was worth $1. June 2011, Bitcoin went to 31 US dollars, which was its all-time high at that time. October 2011 was the first Bitcoin crash. Yes, there are a lot of crashes in Bitcoin. It is a volatile currency. You'll see that more and more as we talk. Causing the value to plummet to $2, a 90% drop, the largest correction in Bitcoin history up to this point, if you look at it from a percentage standpoint. 2012, a focus on security became needed as Bitcoins were being stolen at a high rate as people didn't understand how to protect them. 2012, WordPress and Reddit became supporters of Bitcoin and started accepting their currency. And obviously, Reddit, there were a lot of people that went on and started discussing the currency. 2012, less than 1 year after the first crash, the currency rallied back to its all-time high of $31. 2013, the Libertarian Party started showing support for Bitcoin. Bitcoin address. Your Bitcoin address is basically your bank account number. It's your number for your digital currency. It's your way of tracking it, sending it, using it, defining it. Bitcoin can be broken down into 8 decimal places. You don't have to purchase a full Bitcoin. You can buy any denomination of it. Some people nowadays are throwing in $100 a week or a month and just buying what they can with Bitcoin. You're able to do that. You don't have to wait until you have 9, 10, 11, 12, however many thousands of dollars it is at this point. Bitcoin must be secured. This will be discussed in detail in a future discussion. Why is Bitcoin so volatile? We talked about that briefly. It's a very volatile currency. While there are many reasons for its volatility, here are a few of them. Loss of confidence in the market or the coin. Difference between value and price, not based on fundamentals of the Bitcoin economy. There is a difference between value and price. Value is what you feel it should be worth, and the price is what it is actually worth. Sometimes those two things can be very, very different. For example, if I bought Bitcoin at 18,000 and then it dropped down to 9, in my head, I might still feel that it has a value of 18,000 because I think that one day it will, but the price is still 9,000. Increased press coverage, speculating demand, FOMO, fear of missing out. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt, which is FUD, which is bad internet, press, etc. Greed, WOWs affecting the market. The whales can affect the market in several different ways. One of them is through something called pump and dump. We'll talk about that a little further as well. It's when a person or people comes into a coin with a huge amount of money, increasing the market cap, increasing the 24 average, moving the needle, if you will. Then other people start jumping on board, and then they pull out as soon as it starts raising, and then a lot of people can lose money that way. So be careful with that. Trend following, lack of market knowledge. That's people just following things that they hear. And then the wild, wild west of investing, lack of regulation, has its pros and its cons. Another thing I want to go back to is FOMO. I know I'm going to explain this a little more in detail later, but FOMO is jumping into something with little knowledge, little research, because of speculative demand, because of things that you have heard. That's a bad time to do it. You're scared that, let's say, the Bitcoin's at 10,000 and it's been going up 1,000 every day. So you're like, oh, I got to get in today before it gets to 20,000, which is 20 days from now. So I got to jump in right now. So you just throw a bunch of money into it because you're just going to try to ride that wave without doing any research. That can have good outcomes, but many times it doesn't. So I don't recommend doing that. Satoshi or sats. Smallest unit of Bitcoin is 1/1,000,000th of a Bitcoin, which is called a sat or a Satoshi. This is called a Satoshi, named after its creator. There are 21 million Bitcoins that will be available ever. These are able to be mined at a rate of half every 210 blocks that are created, which is anticipated to be 4 to 5 years. This will mean that all Bitcoin will be in the market between 2035 and 2040. Terms and acronyms. FUD, fear and uncertainty and doubt. We discussed that. Another form of FUD is internet people talking negatively about something. Many times people do that in hopes to drop the price of something so that they can go in and buy it at a cheaper rate. ATH, all-time high, self-explanatory. HODL, hold on for dear life. Some people think that it means hold on for dear life. Some people think that it simply means hold but was misspelt due to autocorrect or whatever. Either way, it means the same thing. It just means hold. FOMO, fear of missing out, we talked about. ICO is an initial coin offering. That is a price that a coin is at prior to hitting the regular market. Altcoin, any coin other than Bitcoin. There's some discrepancy about this. A lot of people think that coins like Ethereum aren't considered an altcoin, or some people use the word altcoin from a negative standpoint. Technically, it just means any coin other than a Bitcoin. Well, we discussed that. Shilling, pumping your coin repeatedly, promoting a coin that you own in an attempt to affect the market. Now, that doesn't mean you going online and saying, I really like XYZ coin. It's when you go on and you text every person you know, you Facebook everybody, you Twitter 1,700 times in 25 minutes. That's called shilling a coin. That's not appreciated in the market. Plus, people won't listen to you in the future, and you won't be able to have good conversations in this amazing community. DYOR, do your own research. I can't say that enough. I will be saying it over and over and over during these videos. This is a market of educating yourself. If you can educate yourself on the different things, on the different companies, on the different coins, on the market as a whole, on the pricing, on the charts, on the teams, I could go on and on and on, the better you will do in this market. So do your own research. Yes, you will see people or hear people talking about different coins and different companies. That's a great starting point sometimes to hear what people are saying, get a general consensus, and then go and do your own research off of that. Sats are Satoshis, the smallest amount of Bitcoin to the moon, a large increase in a coin in a small amount of time, 5 times, 10 times, 100 times gains. Be careful with that. I have noticed on the interwebs that a lot of people that are shilling their coin, a lot of people that are doing pump and dumps, say to the moon a lot. Now, don't get me wrong. It is a normal term that people use when they think that a coin is going to go up or it just went up, but it can also be used in a negative manner if it's used too much. So be careful there. And video 1. So we made it. We made it through the rough part. This is the history of Bitcoin. This helps you get a base understanding of where we are and why we're here. The next couple of videos are going to help you use some of the tools to help you make money in this market. My Twitter handle is at DougE2, DOUGETUE. Feel free to ask me any questions at any time. And after we get through the education process, I will start putting videos together about certain coins and about the market as a whole. I'll probably put together a YouTube channel if there's a demand for it. These videos came from a demand. I had dozens of people asking me questions over and over again, so I figured I would just give it out in a more a better format, if you will. So contact me if you must. I look forward to speaking with you. I will talk to you in the next video.